Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon Flight. If you've already read the title of the video, then you know where I'm going with this, okay? I'm telling you guys, with all of my power and all of my might, as long as I'm in my right mind, will never ever shop at Walmart again. You know, it's really sad that this company, damn near $1 trillion company, still has the arrogancy and the indecency to humiliate, poor communities. And you may ask, well, what do you mean by humiliate poor communities? Well, living around the country, I've had a chance to live in suburban America, and I had a chance to live in urban America. And right now, for the moment, I'm in Louisiana again, New Orleans to be exact. And New Orleans is a city that it's a majority African American, so-called, black, city. It's still probably about 60%, so-called black. And I use so-called black because you guys, if you've been following me for just a damn second, you know that term black was applied to us by bigots and racists and ignorant people. We are Hebrew Israelites. We are the people of Yahweh. It's simple and plain. Tribe of Judah, tribe of Benjamin, here on Turtle Island. But because of Walmart's attitude in these urban communities that I have never seen one time in the suburbs of America, that when you go through their register and you purchase their merchandise, which once you come through that register on the other side and get a ticket that they call a receipt, with a description of everything that you bartered with them to have. Once you cross over that register threshold and you get a ticket from that cashier validating that you purchased everything that you have in your possession, then it's no longer Walmart's property. It's your property. That's right. Once you walk past that register with a ticket, which they call a receipt, it becomes your property. And they have no right to access that property. None whatsoever. Yet they have the arrogancy in only the urban markets to put so-called door greeters or people there to inspect your product. Not their product, your product. And this happened to me today in New Orleans, eastern New Orleans. Matter of fact, on Bullitt Avenue, Bullitt Boulevard, whatever hell it is in eastern New Orleans. And any of you guys who are native New Orleans, you ought to join me because I'm going to send a letter to Walmart and I'm going to let them know that I will never, ever purchase anything from them ever, ever, ever again. Yahweh help me if I can avoid it. Because it makes absolutely no sense. It's disrespectful and it's only applied in the so-called urban areas. And we know urban is a code word for black and Hispanic. Or in some cases, poor whites. But having the audacity, this is what really ticked me off. The guy asked for my receipt. Of course, I'm not giving him my receipt. It's my receipt. It's my merchandise. I go out of the door. Do you know by the time I reach my vehicle, a police officer drives and comes in front of my vehicle and says, "Sir, the door guy told me that you did not show him your receipt." Yes, the door greeter called the police and had the police confront me in the parking lot at my vehicle as I was putting away my merchandise, questioning me about my merchandise and why did I not let a door greeter go through my personal stuff that I had purchased with my own money so that he could have the satisfaction of humiliating me. In other words, treating me as though I was a thief. Obviously, he didn't see me steal anything because I didn't steal anything. And Walmart has a policy that you're not supposed to address or apprehend or in any kind of way confront someone about shoplifting unless you can see they were shoplifting. So even if I was shoplifting and he didn't see me, which I would never be doing, he did not have the right to send the police to confront me. And I told the police officer, I said, look, I'm not a crook and I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to be humiliated because of the hue that's in my skin. And of course the police went, well, I'm not saying anything. He just told me to come, because you didn't let him see your receipt. So I just coming around just because he asked me to see what was going on. I said, well, obviously nothing is going on. Not a single thing is going on. But I'm not going to be humiliated. I'm not going to be disrespected by anybody. Especially a company as big as Walmart is, with all the billions that the Walton family make every year in profit, as well as their executive committee behind pennies that they're probably losing through shoplifting. And again, selective communities. And the police officer, he went on to say, well, the guy's just trying to do his job. I said, I understand he's just trying to do his job, but not at my expense. And therefore, creating me, confronting me as though I had committed some crime about the merchandise that I purchased. And again, in this city, there's Ross's supermarket. In this city, there are Winn-Dixie supermarkets. In this city, there are what's the other place? Robert supermarkets. And many, many other little smaller supermarkets, community supermarkets. And none of those markets, Winn-Dixie and Ross's and Roberts, those are giant. Target, those are giant supermarkets. Some of them are almost as big as Walmart. Target for sure. And when's the last time someone standing at the front door of Target asking you for your receipt? And they have general merchandise in there. And nobody's at the front door asking you, can I see your receipt before you walk out of the door? Now, it would be different if I was a member of Walmart. In other words, like you could be a member of Costco's or a member of Sam's Club or a member of, some of these other places where you go in and you become a member. You got a membership. And a part of that policy, a part of the contract that you sign is that you allow them to inspect, your purchases after you purchase. Walmart has no such contract. And if they have one, I never signed it. So they had no right to send the police to confront me in the parking lot as I was loading my merchandise into my car, questioning why I didn't let some idiotic, and I'm going to call him he's an idiot, because he should have enough common sense not to call the police and send him behind me because I wouldn't let him see my ticket for the things that I came right through the register, everything bagged up. Like I can just go with a buggy to the register and just start bagging my stuff up without a cashier or cashier supervisor or anybody, becoming alarmed and questioning what I'm doing. And then the police on duty say, sir, officer, this guy is packing stuff up, putting it in his buggy, but he hasn't paid for it yet. That I get. But that obviously that's not the case. And I think we all know, if you were to do something like that, everybody would notice it, and you wouldn't be allowed to leave the building with their product, especially if there's a police officer, on duty. But again, just disrespecting us because of the communities that we're in. I'm not impoverished. I'm not a man living in poverty in any sense of the word. But yet, I speak up for those who are living in poverty and those who are impoverished and those who are struggling, how you say, stretching their dollars and stretching their pennies. They have a right to be treated with dignity, just like the wealthy and the middle class and the upper middle class. They have a right to that same dignity. And I'm saying again, to any of you, or any of you who have relatives who are shopping at Walmart, you ought to boycott Walmart. And you ought to email Walmart, and just like I'm going to do, and make it known to them that you will never shop there again if they continue to have policies where they humiliate you in certain markets. Even if Walmart had a universal policy throughout the United States where every Walmart you walked in, when you came past the register, you had to let them inspect your property, your personal property, even that still would not be right. But if they had that policy, you could almost understand, okay, it's their policy. Like the police were trying to tell. I said, look, I'm from New England, man. And they're not checking packages in well, I know, but they are in New Orleans. It has nothing to do with what, the geographical area that you're in. If they're not doing it in the suburbs en masse, they shouldn't be doing it in the inner cities of Louisiana or any other inner city around this country. And as a citizen of this nation, although, we know how we're treated like the vagabonds, the stepsons and the stepdaughters when it comes down to how they treat Hebrew Israelites in this country. But even that is not a justification for them to humiliate us by acting as though somehow or another, because of where we live or where we reside, that they have to inspect our personal property. Because once you purchase it, it belongs to you. Again, unless you contractually agreed that they could go through your belongings, search through your belongings, and violate your Fourth Amendment right. Yes, go check out the Fourth Amendment. There's no reason for them to search you, without cause, without justification, without a search warrant. That said, Walmart sucks. And I would say to any of you guys, up in North, I know there are market baskets up there. Think about it. But if you listen to this building, you live in New England. Does Market Basket have a police officer, a guy at the front door, or a lady at the front door checking your purchases before you walk out of Market Basket? Absolutely not, regardless of what area that Market Basket is located in. But Walmart organization is ran by a bunch of bastards, dogs, wicked, wizardry, low lives who don't care anything about the very people who have enriched them with these unjust, racist or classism policies. So again, I'd rather jump in a fire with gasoline draws on than to walk in a Walmart again. And I hope you feel the same way too after you hear this message. And if I have to go in there again, guess what? They still won't be checking my receipt, and they can call out the National Guard if they want. It's still not gonna happen. Ridiculous. Thank you for listening, guys. DFG, Gideon's Flight. Talk to you soon. Don't forget, let Walmart know you will not be humiliated just because of your class situation or the community that you're living in. Boycott them.